They warned us. They even went to Ottawa to petition. But we didn't listen! And now, it's too late! The mask mandates are coming back to kill your freedoms! No! 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 Yep. That's what I didn't have time to do last week. Somehow.
That was awesome. I liked it. That's great. It's good stuff. Hello, everybody. We're here. We are awesome. I am the Garbage Man. This is my homie Alex. And we're here to make you laugh, at least for an hour, depending on when I get hangry. All right, so we'll see how this works out. So stuff happening in the world right now, and I want to start with kind of the light. I guess, well, if you want to call it the lighter hard part of it, but apparently we're not allowed to have beer at the World Cup this year. I'm not sure how everybody feels about that, but talk about a swerve, bro. Like
all them soccer hooligans.
48 minutes before, or 48 hours before it's about to begin. It's like, oh, no beer for you. No. I mean, who knew that Qatar was such a, oppressive area? Oh, wait, we all knew that. That's right. We all knew that. That's right. Okay, we all knew that. I'd be like if they went to North Korea and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happens here. Like,
couldn't have looked it up on the interwebs or anything.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it, Brody. Like, it's whoever gives the most money, and yeah, like, again. But then I didn't find the article, but I was told that Anheuser-Busch is suing FIFA because they are now stuck. Budweiser, that is, Anheuser-Busch, is stuck with 750 million euro worth of booze now, a beer, because it's got canceled. So I think they probably have a leg to stand on, and it should be interesting. So,
does beer have an expiry date?
It does.
Okay, so I guess there's going to be either a huge shipment traveling from Qatar to somewhere else, or some small group of people is going to be really, really drunk sometime soon.
6,500 workers died. Isn't that like a Tuesday in Qatar?
It's not like a Mayan sacrifice where they sacrifice 80,000 people in a month or something, though.
What show was that? Look, there's a woman over there reading. Wasn't it Family Guy? And they're like, oh!
Probably.
That's what it was. Wow. But yeah, I just heard, I knew homosexuality was illegal over there, but it's punishable with up to like the minimum 7 years in prison.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we're giving these people shit. Like, and everybody's making it like WWE is just as guilty of it. These commercials like, oh, this place is great. Beheadings? We have no idea what you're talking about. Get the body out of here. Guy, fuck.
I was going to bring up the WWE as an example of, well, you got to kowtow to people wanting to give you a bunch of money, but you got to do this and this and this and that if you're going to go to their country.
Yeah. And
yes.
I think it was not the one that just went by, but the one before that, like they were held on an airplane. They're like, they wouldn't let them leave. It's like, fuck me running.
Well, that's what happens when you want to do business in other countries. Google is a great example. When they went to do business in China, they didn't physically go there. Well, probably not, but what became known as the Great Firewall, because China has very limited internet access. And of course, in order for Google to do business there, they have to comply with the government of China, which sometimes means oppression, not freedom, in a place known as the World Wide Web, which is all about freedom of information, be it true or false.
Yep, that's just it.
Do you? Yes, I do. I used to sit a lot. If you go back in the archives, I don't know what episode it was. Maybe that's going to be a little "Did you know" at the end of one of our shows where I do a bunch of Alex did this and Nick did that, and this is the first time this happened in this episode, and this is when Helga and Poopy showed up. Maybe I'll do that. I do stand because I find that I don't know. I guess it's the old thinking on your feet saying. I just prefer to stand as opposed to sit. And we're not standing for more than we're not broadcasting for more than about an hour and a half these days. So it doesn't kill me. And I've got an anti-fatigue mat. It's getting pretty old, but at this point, it still does the trick for another few months anyway.
So I think the other subject we'll jump to right away here to get it out of the way is there was another shooting, and again, they happen all the time, but this is the one that one of those ones that really makes me shake my head. So there was a shooting at okay, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but can I just say a gay bar without people getting mad at me? Okay, so LBGQ. See, okay, at a gay bar. And before anybody goes back into I support the movement. We've been through this before, but just because I didn't, so but a young asshole, 22-year-old opened fire in a gay bar. And what I don't understand is it's not like violence like this is not cool to begin with, but I don't understand. You hold that thought, Brody. I don't understand going into a bar that you would never go into. You would never, because you're just not going to go into it and open fire on people. Now, but even and I caught this is, I guess when I say this would make more sense to me. And let me see if you understand what I'm saying. You'll probably be like, okay, I get it. If you were at just a regular bar and you're that kind of piece of shit that you see two dudes dancing together and you get that triggered, you're going to go do what this guy did and open fire in a bar. Okay, then I could be kind of like, okay, that's not cool at all. Like, you're still a piece of shit, but you were in that area. Okay, you were there and saw it. This human piece of shit took it upon himself to go somewhere where he wouldn't even be. That we know of right now. It might come out maybe he was also a homosexual and he was mad at somebody in there. But as of right now, so I guess I shouldn't be saying, but he went to this place and did this. And you get what I'm saying. I'm not condoning anyone doing this, but it'd make a little more sense if it was okay, you saw this, you were in the area when this happened, and this is the stupid thing you did. Very, very dumb, and you need to die for what you did. But you went there. This isn't even a place you hang out, and you just went there to do this. I can't wrap my mind around it. I just can't.
Yeah. Using your hypothetical of if this happened in the same bar where the guy was, then this idiot, this piece of shit would probably say they were shoving it down by my throat by doing it in front of me, which is just stupid to say. But at the very least, he would be in the vicinity and he could make the argument that, well, I saw it. This is my stomping ground. You can't do this here. Equally stupid of him to say that. But again, you're right. We don't know much about this person, I assume, at this point.
No. Well, okay. What do we know? So this is where the system gets flawed down in with the justice system in America. From the report I saw just before I came in here, he had been brought up on charges or was for making a bomb threat at his mother's house, was arrested. The charges were dropped, and this wasn't put on his permanent record.
What?
Yep. It was apparently not on his permanent record. So yeah, process that, people. He had made a bomb threat, and this guy isn't. This is what people say, oh, the government's watching us. This goes to the mask thing at the beginning. They're watching us, bro. What? They're not watching this fucking asshole that had a bomb threat.
Yep, that's one person that the government should have been
They
watching.
should
I
have been
think.
watching. And you're like, I don't, Brody. I just saw this before I came in, so I didn't do a lot of digging on it. I just wanted to talk about just like this, just the. Well, so here's the argument then to this, and then I'm arguing with myself now when I say this, and like just saying, well, they were shoving it down my throat. Well, listen here, hillbilly boy, you were playing pool, and I think pool's fucking stupid. So in your thought, I should be able to shoot you now because I think pool is dumb. Hello.
Now, when you went to Germany, did you get some Wiener Schnitzel at the Scheisse party?
Did
Yeah.
you get the Scheiße in Azerbaijan? Did you sing 99 Cents Love Balloons? Guten Tag.
Hope you're doing all right, Big Red.
I hope you had a great holiday. His in Brody, I don't know exactly what this guy is or whatnot. I haven't watched any of Tulsa King. I just saw the commercials, so I'm probably gonna watch it. But it looks interesting. I like Sylvester Stallone, so
okay. Even if his grandpa was MAGA, don't make the blanket statement or the connection. Well, they all do that. I know you're not, but I'm just saying no one should jump to that conclusion and try and tar and feather with the same exaggeratedly colored brush.
Yeah. But
over
it's
its
just
food and culture. Yeah.
Yeah, it just I don't understand it. And this is again, and I say this on a lot of our shows, and I like to keep saying it. We need more love in this world. We really do. This shit has to fucking stop. We just need more love. And this like I can't imagine hating someone that much to do that. It's just it's disgusting.
Chad made a comment earlier. These psychos obviously view that particular group as some kind of threat. And I will speak to that. There are some conservative Christians in America who seriously equate homosexuality with pedophilia and bestiality. So there is a small, ridiculous segment of that Christian population who absolutely do have a threatening mentality about and towards the LGBTQIAS plus community, which makes no sense whatsoever. Why? Mind is blown with stupidity. I know you're not making blood. I'm just saying. I'm just going off in the old tangent.
Yeah, because that's the thing, though, Brody. Is that how? Because I guarantee you, if you were to go online and look, you could just imagine what people would be saying right now. Oh, it's got to be a Trump-loving asshole piece of shit. Well, okay, maybe he is, but again, there's people on both sides that do really stupid shit. You know, like, and that's the thing. And I just, what a world we live in. What a world we live in.
Remember the Pulse nightclub shooting?
That was the Florida one, right?
That was in Florida, yeah. 50, 52, 54 people died, something like that. Very terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There is an American, I think he's a Baptist pastor. His name is Stephen Anderson. He is in Tempe, Arizona. His church is in a strip mall. The comments that guy made after the Pulse nightclub shooting are absolutely horrendous and disgusting. That just goes to show you that there are people out there who will not exactly praise the shooter, but praise the shooter's actions.
Yeah.
So yes, there are people out there who exist like that, and it's sick.
The God hates fags people.
In Topeka, Kansas, the Westboro Baptist
There are
Church.
some pieces of shit.
Oh yeah,
like,
but they're all lawyers.
Yeah, well, yeah, because when someone finally pops them in the fucking face, they're going to sue them.
Yep,
that's exactly why.
And they started off back in the 60s under good guises, like they were for First Amendment and civil rights, but somewhere along the way they
get hijacked. They get hijacked. Yeah. So now I'll go talk about the other end of the spectrum. I had a really good conversation. Well, it was Tucker hijacked the conversation, Chad's son, We were talking kind of about how like the government is and the way people survive and like just how fucked up things are right now. And he, being a young man, he is very. We got on the subject of the debt forgiving for students.
Mm.
And he went off and like, it's bullshit. They should be forgiving debts on students and blah 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 blah. I didn't really get a lot of time to say anything because it was lunch at the shop. I had to go, right. But then I talked to Chad the other day, and
if that's true, yeah, absolutely. More balls. Probably tackled him and knocked him down with them big old balls. The momentum just dragged him down.
But anyways, so I
balls dragging down.
Yeah, balls dragging down. You're dragging my fucking IQ down as we speak. So I'm completely against that. I think, and this is my stand on it. Someone decides to go to school, and do you know some people who aren't looking for these loans and handouts and we need debt forgiveness are probably more than likely they're not doctors. They're not people that got, educations like, pediatricians or veterinarians. I wish I could find a stat. God, I wish I could find it. I should have looked to see if I could find it. How many want to bet that these people are like, they have an art major, or there's I'm a social media networking person that I had to go to college for 4 years, and now I have this incredible debt, and I can't find a job because it's not really a position anywhere. And it's like, so for example, that is my son's. What is there? So here's the thing. If you went to school, I can be totally against it. Here's why I can be against it. And I love my sister. She fucking went to college for a year, and all she did was fucking drink and piss through her fucking student loan. So I should have to fucking, because she did something irresponsible, I should have to pay for it. My son, so especially right now, so my son is already in the oil field making a fucking killing. So my son, because he decided to say fuck it and went to work, should have to pay for some liberal arts douchebag who got a fucking useless fucking diploma and a fucking whatever, a trade skill, whatever the fuck you want to call it, can't find a job now. But my son should have to pay for that? That's what you think? That's bullshit. Now, but here's my thing. Butt Blaster Brody, I will stick with you, my friend. Everybody who gets forgiveness, it should go for everybody, including those who went to work. So let's just say, this is all spitballing, okay? You decided to go to work, and now you have a house and blah, 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 okay? And the college student has this much money. So if the government says, okay, we're gonna give you $50,000, up to $50,000 to pay off your debt. Okay, like I don't know how this is gonna work, but then that same money should go to the person that decided to go to work, and if they should get the same $50,000. Now they should be able to take that $50,000 and maybe pay off a mortgage, pay off their vehicle. They should get the same money just because they chose to go to work. They should not be excluded from getting this money, in my opinion. It doesn't mean anything to me because, I mean, this is all hypothetical. But if you're going to give people fucking money who went to college and pissed it away in a stupid manner, then you should be giving money to people who decide just to get into the workforce and have bettered themselves. Hey, and I'm not disagreeing with you, Brody, but you think for 1 second a place like Harvard or Yale or any of these big schools are going to give up their fucking Ponzi scheme that they got going on? That ain't going to happen, bro.
Nope.
Not a chance.
Nope.
See, but and then the comment about the teacher, the doctor who hasn't paid. Yeah, okay, maybe he hasn't. But that's, again, so it should be my fault. It should be the taxpayer's fault. I mean, again, this goes back to like we've talked about, like with gas and stuff like that. Instead of going after go after these goddamn gas people, gas money people, the gas companies who are charging rates through the fucking roof right now. So it's not giving people money. It's a federal loan.
So it just erases what you owe.
Cool. Then it should apply for people that went to work and they want to pay their mortgage off then. Those same people who went to work should be able to get their loans forgiven. Okay, and I'm fine with that, Brody. Let these people who went to go get a fucking useless fucking degree. That's fine. They are taxpayers as well. You're right. But so are we. So you want to what? As long as we're going to get a kickback on it too, and some of our shit forgiven, like a vehicle loan or a house loan, I'm all for it. If it's going to be for one side, it's for everybody. People who made different choices should get the exact same. This is the whole, we're not going to separate people. We're one. We're a unit. That's fine. If you went to school and you did this, then guess what? Then we should get the same chance to have the same loan forgiveness for things like houses, welding equipment for people who didn't go to school and they had to get a fucking truck with a huge welder and they have a huge, huge payment on that. They should be forgiven as well. And I'm fine with that. But not just for school. Fuck that. No way. No fucking way, Holmes. Okay, go ahead, Alex.
From what I could read on whitehouse.gov, the title of the article is Fact Sheet, President Biden Announces Student Loan Relief for Borrowers Who Need It Most. And this is from August 24th, 2022. It is a 3-part plan, delivers on President Biden's promise to cancel $10,000 of student debt for low to middle income borrowers. And he's following through on the promise and providing families breathing room as they prepare to start repaying loans after the economic crisis brought on by the pandemic. And the pandemic that started in 2020 under President Trump. Since 1980, the total cost of both 4-year public and 4-year private college has nearly tripled, even after accounting for inflation. According to a Department of Education analysis, the typical undergraduate student with loans now graduates with nearly $25,000 in debt. And this is not taking into account that after they graduate, there's no guarantee that they're going to get a job in the field they just studied 4 years for. I mean, they could go into something completely different. They could be at a drive-through. They could be at the 7-Eleven and making a meager wage, which means the interest on that loan is going to pile up. So I would like to think that the U.S. government was a bit more selective in who they were giving these forgiveness loans to, or pardon me, forgiving the loans to, but I don't know for sure what their methodology was. Most of these people didn't get so I'll agree with both of you on specific points. I would love to see the numbers on who did and who didn't get liberal arts degrees, who pissed it away, who didn't.
That's just it.
Yeah, now yours is a hypothetical situation, of course.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And I'm saying the liberal arts thing because you hear that all the time is that these people get useless fucking diplomas and it's like now they can't find a job in that field. It's like, well, because there was no field or it was so limited to begin with. Right? And the extra money, okay, so let me get this straight. So in this time when these people got these big loans and their bills are covered in food and housing and stuff, and these people are trying to make ends meet at 18 years old, not making much more than probably minimum wage, unless you got lucky like me into a sawmill, and because they busted their asses and maybe finally got a chance to become a welder or get a trade because the place they worked at let them that's their money. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
And what if you just paid off your debt? Yes, then that means you are not on their list and they move on to someone else. That money gets allocated to someone else when it could have been you had you owed money. That meager amount that you had left, and again, hypothetical situation, let's say you had like $1,000 left after having paid a bunch on it. All of a sudden that 1,000 is gone. Well, okay, I'd be thankful for that, but too little, too late in your case. But it's not as though they had been tracking this for years and years. I don't know that Trump would have enacted such a plan.
So
Yeah.
So you just said he mentioned in there a $25,000 loan. Okay, so let's call a spade then. Hold on. Now here's where the rubber meets the road to me. So instead of me going to college, I decided to get a new pickup truck. I'm paying off a fucking $400 to $600 amount loan every month. Get your shit together. I'm paying the same. So, I'm just saying, trucks are way more now. But back when you got this loan, it was probably trucks were around the same, fucking vehicles were around the same price. So if I went and got a new vehicle and it cost me $25,000 and you're at a loan now at $25,000, what the fucking difference is that? It's the exact same loan.
The $25,000 number was the typical undergraduate student with loans now graduates with nearly $25,000 in debt.
In debt, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So you take that $25,000, and how now is that over and above? Now is that $25,000 over and above, say $100,000 of the money you borrowed to get? I don't understand. Because even then I would sit there and go, okay, so that's a mortgage payment. The same thing that I'm paying now because I bought a house instead I went to school. You see what I'm saying here? Either way, like we both have debts. We had both debts out of school. That's what I'm saying. I guess maybe what I should have made it a little more clear is they really need under a microscope look at these for what loans they're forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
A doctor, fuck yeah, and he's actually and he's fucking busting his ass working stupid hours, and yeah, I find it hard to believe that a doctor would still have loans when, especially in America.
It depends on the payment plan, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
For 4 years of school, yeah. Again, it's typical undergraduate student with loans. So I don't know what their aggregate was for that.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, and that's me. That's just, I think it needs to really be, because if you're gonna help people out, then guess what? You need to help the people out that decided not to go to school and now are paying a big mortgage, or they're paying, they had to you have to have a vehicle that runs. I always say that. Did you need to spend that much money on a vehicle? Well, yeah, because I didn't want to buy some hunk of shit that I was going to be fighting to make sure it kept it running.
Yeah, having to take it into the mechanic shop every other week and having to pay a lot of money to get new parts and paying for labor and such, which could affect your schooling depending on what you're doing. But then again, that brings up a few different scenarios. Is a person going to school full-time or part-time? If they're going part-time, then they have the possibility of having a part-time job to keep themselves going and perhaps pay off a tiny infinitesimal fraction of that student loan, hopefully before the interest rate kicks in. With regards to loans across the board, I would like to think that the government is looking at student loans as an investment for the economic future. Now, that's just my guess, but a person who's simply buying a vehicle and they've already got a job, those people are probably overlooked in favor of the full-time student who may be going into a trade or becoming a doctor, who is going to not only make a lot of money, but contribute significantly to the local economy. So that's the gamble that I think they're betting on. Now, if the United States was better managed and much richer and not greedy with their funds, then they probably could do an across-the-board one-time special rewards. We're going to help everyone out with all of their loans. But in this case, no, it's just for student debt. Now, we'll see what happens in the future, if, of course, the United States exists in the future.
So, but then it also says, well, no, hey, I'm the idea of helping people, Brody. I'm about it. I am. Well, okay, but you said it's a student thing. So who says what's a student? How can a guy who let's say he's 38 years old, and kind of like my dad was. My dad worked at the mill for years, and then went for his heavy duty mechanic. He was in his 30s. So should my dad because he still he had to buy all his tools and all that shit. I mean, Chad, he knows his dad. Well, your dad was an electrician, so you know the money. Well, fuck, Brody's dad's a millwright. Imagine if our dads could have had some of that debt forgiven for buying their parts and shit like that and tools.
Yeah, keep your receipts, submit them, you get reimbursement.
So I'm not saying that we can't help people, but let's not just be so narrow-minded. Like these are the only people we're going to help. Okay, but you saying that, I make some good money, so does my wife. Brody, you make great money. Can you imagine if the government said, hey, you want to know what? One time we're going to pay everybody, we're going to pay or even half everybody's mortgages. Or if you have, we're going to give everybody, you'd say $200,000 towards your mortgage. I'd be like, shit, son. You know, or we're going to pay off, well, I guess my vehicle, but we're going to pay your vehicle off. You know, and you decline then. That's fine, you decline. But there are people who would not decline. They'd be like, fuck yeah.
A great example here in BC, there was an offer during the pandemic last year of the government giving everyone, I think it was $500. I myself didn't go for it because I didn't need it. I had my job. I was doing okay. So my thinking on that was, I'm going to leave that money so that other people who need it can have it. Now, I don't know what kind of money pot that was coming out of, or if that was being reallocated from some other fund pot or something, or maybe an industry was chipping in. I have no idea. But yeah, not everyone, even if the offer is there, yeah, they can decline and again, move on to the next person. Do they need it? Yeah, exactly. There's people who need it more than me.
You're fucking, and I'm not saying people don't need it more than me. Fuck, there are a lot of people who need it more than I need it. What I'm saying is the option should be there for everybody, and that's a whole nother. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, First Nations drinking water. Yeah, no shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I think at some point it would be nice that the budgetary books would be open so we could see what money was going where and what's allocated for what. So then we can find out, well, why aren't First Nations getting their clean drinking water? Like what's the problem there? What's the holdup? I mean, come on, if we can do it for all of us, why can't we do it for them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But there's a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes that we don't know about. There's a movie I watched today called Worth. It's from 2020, starring Michael Keaton. It's all about Ken Feinberg, who was heading up the 9/11's victim funds. And it's how about Ken Feinberg has to make the tough choices as to what family gets what amount of money because their loved ones died on 9/11. Now, that's not an easy thing to do. The movie opens with him talking to law students and saying, what is life worth? And then he gives an example. So then, and this is a real life thing. How do you determine a person's life worth in terms of monetary compensation? Again, tough choices behind the scenes, a lot of political stuff, meetings, backdoor stuff that we don't know about. And we can speculate all we want, but we don't know. That's the thing. There's always a reason, but maybe it's not the most popular reason, or maybe it's just way too much to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Are you talking about the TV show? Damn. You're right. I got to add that to my list right now. Maybe I'll watch the first season at some point.
Probably not. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Have you seen the commercial for what the heck is it called? It's a new creepy doll movie. I might have sent it to you.
You did not, and I have no idea what you mean.
Oh, I just here, I just sent it to Cole. What the fuck?
Is this something new? Because Halloween
yeah,
has
it's
passed.
out in June.
Okay.
oh, Monica or something like that, and it's like they make this a creepy doll, and like it's kind of like a Chucky. Like it's weird, it's creepy looking. Like, and I haven't said to Kim in a long time that I want to go to the theater and see this, but I was like, I think I would actually go to the theater to see this. It looks nice and creepy. Megan, it's called Megan.
Oh, I think I've seen that trailer.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. Oh,
It's like an Android doll, very lifelike.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So I saw that. I'm like, I think I want to see that. And what's weird is it's only rated PG-13. Yeah. So yeah, I saw that commercial. I'm like, man, I just kind of want to see that. So.
Yes, Brody, I do like Peter Berg. Did he direct the TV show as well? That'd be interesting to see. What, do you have this on a Post-it note beside your computer? Alex hasn't watched Friday Night Lights, and he said he would on this date.
So this is pretty cool. This is really good. I guess some people say it's not good, but this is at a bar in Lethbridge at Sister's Pub. And this bathroom is on every stall door. And interesting. So this thing says here that get out safe without alerting your date, ask for Angela. Step 1, approach any staff member. Step 2, ask if Angela is working tonight. Follow the lead of our staff. They will take you to the back or out to your vehicle, but they'll get you out and make sure you are safe. Leave your things behind. Our staff will get them for you.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Actually, I'm really I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but they just gave the whole thing away. So now
that's what someone actually said in here. You just gave away the secret code.
Yep. So now we got to come up with something else. Yeah. And then that'll get thrown out there. And then we got to come up with something else. And that'll it'll never end. I mean, most of the time the call is coming from inside the house, meaning in this case, it's the bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine that? They're like, oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice. You didn't go to Auschwitz or Dachau or any of those places. I've seen, what was that movie? Not Official Secrets. I think that was something different. But there was a movie that Rachel Weisz was in, I think, and she played a lawyer who was facing off against a guy who denied the Holocaust. And I think the filmmakers had actually gone to one or two of those sites, and to be there, just to be there and stand and not say anything, it's creepy and unnerving.
I want to talk about this, but Brody, is there anything way I can send you videos right now? Because I'm just watching a video. This coach decided to put his 8-year-old kids against their parents. And like the parents are like just smashing these children. It is so awesome. They're like, well, we can watch. Let's watch it. I think we can watch it because there's no sound. There's no sound.
Okay.
No music or nothing. I'll just play the video. So we'll get back to this. I want to play this. I think this is really cool. Oh shit! Not my stand. This one. I guess we can watch it right here. Share screen. I think this is awesome. So it's parents versus kids.
Okay.
Go big. Go big.
And play.
Oh, there it goes. Oh.
Jeez, do you have to get on a crank or something to make your internet go faster or what?
This is great. Oh, it just blew him right up. Watch mama. Oh. Stifler and puts him on the ground.
Oh.
Oh, I got a kick out of that. Oh, fuck.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that was cool.
I think you might be right. Auschwitz could be in Poland. Obviously, I don't know shit, and I should pull up my pants.
Oh, you don't know shit about shit and pull up your pants.
Yeah, exactly.
So, this is why I had a problem with some of the locals here, the way they were carrying on during the pandemic, and comparing what happened there to what we were going through during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, and I have to say this without saying his name, but I'm so glad that this business is going out. You know, I'm so glad that he's having to close his doors because you're a piece of shit. I said he was a piece of shit then for saying that. Oh yeah, we're lining up like the Jews at Auschwitz. He actually said that on Facebook. And I was thinking about that today because I saw him and I thought, you know, like in a world where Hitler where Hitler was, and you know, the more you use the term this guy's Hitler or you're a fucking Nazi, what actually happened in Germany loses its effect when everything is equated to being Hitler or the Nazis. You know, and people just exactly, Brody. Fucking karma, fucker. Exactly.
Well, let's be grammatically correct. It's karma, comma, fucker. Just like that meme with Breaking Bad. Science, bitch. Karma, fucker. Glad I could help you out on that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I just and it just every time I see him, I just motherfucker. Like just oh fuck.
I wonder, and this is completely hypothetical now that his business is not doing so well and he does or he may have to close.
He is, from what I heard.
He is. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder if now he's going to attack the community and say, you guys don't support me. You're a bunch of Nazis. You're a bunch of sheep. You're a bunch of followers. You know, I wonder if he's going to lash out like that.
And I'd be the first one to say that's karma. I'd be the first one to fire back. You know.
See, the beaches
in Normandy would be fucking crazy. Just to know what happened there. You know, just to, you know.
Now that feeling is possibly because we know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that built into us before we go there. It's like when someone says, listen to this sound clip, he's going to say an insert word here, and then they play it and that's what you hear. But if you didn't know, if you simply went to a place, you're put in a car, you're blindfolded, you're taken to a place and you get out, you see the place, and if you don't get that feeling until after you're told, would you still have the feeling?
No, it would honestly probably come rushing in, because I was going to say we had that when, like, and I think Brody will agree, when we went to where Cobain had shot himself. It was very, like, you could feel it, but maybe that's because we knew what it was. I mean, people could drive by that place all the time and not even realize what it is.
Quite possibly,
right? Yeah. Like most definitely. So, but for us to be in there to be like, because it was very surreal. But I think it's, well, like you said, we knew what had happened. And I know Brody's gonna come on, man, he's not even as good as, like, he's only like the 6th best voice from Seattle. So you know what? It didn't really affect me as much. You're such a bitch, Nick. Yeah. Right.
I've been to the old spaghetti factory in Gastown, and even knowing before I walked in that the place is supposedly haunted, that did not give me any creepy feeling when I sat down to eat any time that I have been there. Quite possibly. Maybe it depends from person to person when it comes to places like that. I don't know.
See, and I could see that too, Brody. Like he said, his high school teacher went to Auschwitz, and it's weird. It was just weird to be at it, like to be there, and very uncomfortable. Of course, yeah, and all that happened, and like sadness. Oh fuck yeah, sadness. You know? Yeah. See that, and I guess I didn't mention that. Yeah, like Brody just said there, like there was like notes and stuff there to Kurt, and I was just like, wow, like wow.
Now, Big Red makes a good point here. It's the layout and the camp. So it's a good possibility you could go there, look at it, and get an uneasy feeling from that. But of course, knowing what had happened, that contributes as well. So good point.
Yeah,
Very good
very
point.
very good point. Yeah, because there was beside the house, there was a bench, a park bench, and people had left notes to Kurt. There, it was really Seattle was a really cool place. I would love to go there and spend some time there. Just to explore it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to downtown twice. And yeah, it is, especially Pike Place. Very interesting. And both times that I had been there, long lines for the first Starbucks. Didn't even bother getting in line.
No. I like the feeling, like I remember, and I think Brody, he might remember me saying this was, I think we were coming down an escalator or we were going up an elevator. We could see to the street. And I remember thinking, because I remember saying to him going, man, you imagine trying to drive a delivery vehicle down here? Because it was such an old city and the streets were so thin. And I think we saw like a Coke truck. And I was like, oh, that would suck. And it wasn't like a cube van. It was like a 43-foot, 40-foot trailer this guy's pulling downtown Seattle. It's like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you mention Big Red, Ground Zero. Anytime between 2001 and when did they rebuild it? 2007 was the Freedom Tower or something?
I have
no idea. Yeah.
The burger place was awesome. Johnny Rockets, I think we went to. Yeah, the sandwich shop and the burger place. Oh, the burger shop was off. I think it was Johnny Rockets. I'm pretty sure it was. And it was really good. It was really, really good. I would like to go to Pearl Harbor. I would like just to see, like, because you could see the ships and stuff, like, and that would probably be like a little like, because you know what happened, right?
Yeah, no doubt there's a war memorial there as well.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, if you were to look up pictures, I've seen some before where you could see the ships that have been sank, and a lot of the survivors have actually been buried there because that's where they wanted to be buried with their crewmates.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the sandwich shop was good. Yeah. That's a good food.
My main purpose for going to Seattle was the Cheesecake Factory and always will be. I love that restaurant.
We had one in Lethbridge and then it burned down.
It burned down. Jesus.
Yep. And now it's a Hudson's. Yeah, yes, they do. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, there's memorials here. I'm just I can bring this. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Like that is like just because the water's so clear, you can see
the sunken ships.
Yeah, well, this one here. So this is the memorial over top of it. It's going to be just a stock picture here. It's got a shutter thing on the top of it, but look at that.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy and sad. Yeah. Oh, buzzkill. We got any Karen videos to watch? Jesus, get some laughs. Yes.
Hey, Jason.
Well, now we're gonna watch Karen videos, Jason. So we'll lighten it up. Humans are fucked, Brody. We really are.
Yeah, the remaining trenches from World War One. Good Lord, I'm surprised those haven't been filled
I'm
in yet.
shocked they haven't been. Yeah.
Just over time, just naturally,
Right.
Yeah.
Because you always
Oh,
see there was this really, really cool show. I watched one of them. It was called "If Humans Went Extinct," I think it was called, and it
yeah.
showed how nature just takes everything back over. Nature does not give a fuck. If we were to be gone, they'd be fucking happy, and they would just take everything back over.
Yeah, kind of like hello, Sarah May.
Hi,
Haven't
man.
seen you in a while.
Are you
Kind of
gonna?
like if you watch there was a Will Smith movie from I think 2007, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah.
Similar with the backdrop in the city.
I like the meme made about that. Guy survives for how many years with just him and his dog. Meets a woman, and in one day everything falls apart. And you're like, okay, he's not wrong. Like everything
Yeah.
did fall apart pretty fucking quick after he met that woman.
Yeah. That's cool. Restored
that
a
is
few for
cool, yeah.
educational. Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you go to excuse me, east of us, Frank Slide. They've actually you have to read about it. The whole side of the mountain fell down and crushed the whole town.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and they've actually been like they're repurposing one of the mines for tours.
Mm.
Next time Sarah comes, which should be next summer if she's not a dick. But get that, Sarah. Well, we should go there and like you have to wear a coat. Like middle of summer, it can be 40 degrees outside. You go down in there and you're freezing because it's so
Yep.
cold. That's how you go down. Like I think they've repurposed down a kilometer into the hill. Yeah, west. Yeah, west. West. It is west. Who did Red Hump in the Grass? Not your fucking old ass. Eat your pudding and shut up. Be respectful.
All right, so I think it was last week we watched a short Karen video where, and this might have been during the pandemic last year, where I am a woman of God. I will not follow your rules that are false and not true. Well, there is a person who took that video and applied their own piano music to it. And it's brilliant. I'm going to shout out this guy's channel in a minute. We're going to watch this with his piano. It's not translation, but I guess piano edition in mind.
I am a woman of God. This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours. I did not sign up for this. I am a Christian woman of God, and you are not going to put your disgusting rules on me that are false and not true. I will not have it. You understand that? I will not have it. I'm sick of being bullied. I'm sick of being lied to, and it's not going to happen anymore. Do you understand? The CDC just released.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yep, this guy is Matt Eisenstein. In a moment, I will pull up his YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I don't think he's done anything in 9 months, at least from what I could remember. However, I still want people to go to his channel and watch his videos. I love that freeze frame too.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go look at Matt Eisenstein.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Matt Eisenstein. And he's done a few of these. If you go to, he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's pretty good. Again, unfortunately, he hasn't done anything in 9 months, according to this. Do you remember this quote unquote nurse? This is the nurse who thought that vaccines make people magnetic. Do you remember this woman?
No, but I still want to hear it.
Oh. But then again, if I play it, you won't be able to hear it. I wonder if closed
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it then.
Yeah. Yep. This woman is an
I
idiot.
subscribed to him, so I think I remember that. But yeah, I subscribed to him. That's amazing. That was awesome.
Ukrainian, of course, you would know about that.
Shalom. Oh wait, that's Jewish.
Do they have a kubasa
A kubasa
restaurant?
Oh. And pierogies?
Oh, this is cool. Karens are referred to as Wiebke, or maybe they pronounce it Wiebke. Nice.
Vidki.
Yeah. You learned something.
There you go. See, you're learning with Alex in the garbage man.
Type it out phonetically if you could, Big Red, so that we know.
What the
how to
fuck
pronounce
does phonetically mean? You're fucking stupid. Ah!
You spell it as it sounds. It's really great for learning languages.
Irish car
I
bomb,
found.
please. Oh, sorry.
Nope. Disavow. Nope. Wrong. What the hell is this? Something I didn't need to know.
Now we're looking up dongs. All right.
Oh, okay. I got a short video for you. The whole video, which is like 20 minutes long, is age restricted on YouTube. But I wanted to bring this up because I am a huge fan of internet comment etiquette with Eric. And in one of Eric's videos, he brings up this short clip from an ASMR YouTuber who had bought a giant gummy worm. Okay, she bought a giant gummy worm and she was making ASMR sounds with it. Now, the camera angles she uses suggests something else. Hot Tub Tony. That sounds like one of Frank's minions.
It's Joel Mills. That's his wrestling name.
All right, so I'll take pictures for you.
Joe's like, why are you taking pictures of big cocks?
All right, this is 17 seconds long. I really hope we don't get pinched for it, but I'm showing this because it's an example, I think, of just how desperate some people are to get clicks. So it's a gigantic gummy worm and just stupid. Now, we're going to get to a point in the next few seconds. Okay. Why that angle? Why
exactly
that particular?
Why. You know exactly why.
I know, but still, why?
And then, but here's the thing. So she would get attention for that.
Yes,
right?
And she has.
And then I don't know if she's done this, but like, you're pigs. I can't believe you would do. What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is fucking like ceased, like this, like the third most gone to camera view in porn history.
Yeah.
Right? It has to be.
Yeah. She knows. Now, this is going to be completely stupid of me to say. This is going to be one of those, well, it's because of what she was wearing. No, that's not what I mean. But she chose that camera angle because she knows what the subtext is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What is it with you Canadians and giant things? You haven't been to America, have you?
America! Fuck yeah!
World's largest ball of twine. Texas, world's biggest people. World's biggest collection of mass shootings.
Brody's comment. Fuck.
What was that? Oh, good Lord. Good question. You have to watch the past, probably the newest 3 videos that Internet Comment Etiquette with Eric has done. I'm pretty sure you can find it if you find the video and then you scroll through the comments, you'll find out who that person is. I have no idea. I don't care to give you that information, as a matter of fact, because I don't want to give her any. Yeah, exactly. But she's not the only one. If you look up ASMR gummy worm, there are other people, but I don't think any other people who have done that kind of ASMR have used that particular camera angle, the upper POV. That's just wrong.
That's wrong.
Wrong. It's wrong.
Next. Because guess what? I'm starting to get hangry.
Uh-oh. Now, what is it with you Canadians? So this is something that I wondered about. You know, the now old saying is, well, if the guy's got a giant truck, that means he's compensating for something. So the inverse must be exactly true. If a guy has a smart car, he's got to have the hugest dick ever. Or if he's walking, he's so strong, he's dragging his dick in his pants. So that's, I'm not going after you, Big Red. I'm just making a stupid observation from a stupid saying.
Jesus.
You wanted wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong. I think I've got a few more, but what's
Okay, now I'm totally gonna look how much one of those big gummy worms are. When do you call like a huge gummy? Oh.
Okay, so proving the rule true. If a guy's driving a Mini, he's got the hugest dong ever. It's like a Kuba saw, even though he's not Ukrainian. Yeah. All right, Brody, you're busted. You're canceled. You're done. You better get out of here. Never come back. Speaking of which, J-Man has more time on Sundays now, so surprised you guys aren't doing your show anymore.
Yeah, get the fuck on it. Anyways, I can't find. Okay, what's up? And I gotta watch Yellowstone too. How fucking
I'll
dare you?
save the other ones for another time because they're all over a minute.
You watch
And
one
I'm getting
more.
kind of hungry too.
Hey, fuck it, wrap this bitch up.
Starting university in January, are you?
Oh, that's why he's all about the debt forgiveness.
You getting a student loan?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have had a hot shave. They were awesome.
What's the process?
Oh, they wrap towels around your face. Like I got my head and my face done. They just wrapped it and then they straight blade shave you.
Haven't seen episode 1 of The Walking Dead because I've heard it doesn't get any better the longer it goes on, but I might watch the first season. You know what? I'm going to watch the
first 2, 3. Well, the first till they're once they're in the prison and stuff, that stuff was pretty cool too. The first season was really good. I really enjoyed the first season. So
you say you'll pay for it yourself. Maybe just like your son. Your son, he'll be in the oil patch for a year or two. He'll have enough money to be able to go to school full time and not have to worry about having a job. Like that's a complete possibility. That's what I did. I was in the sawmill for a good year and a half. I didn't ask my parents for money for 1 year of college, luckily. It's highly overrated. Well, thanks for that, but I'm going to watch it anyway, and I'm going to do that in the new year. I'm too busy with movies for the rest of this year, as stupid as that sounds.
Okay, bye!
Okay, everyone, thank you for watching. Thanks to Sarah, Jason, Big Red, Ryan, Brody, and Chad, and everyone else who showed up and didn't say anything and just came in for a moment or two.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you did. Thank you. Hey, we haven't seen Dad in a while either, so maybe we said something in the past few episodes that he didn't like, so he just silently boycotted. But thank you for breaking your radio silence.
Yes.
R-E-S. Nice. Good idea.
R-E-S-E-C-T. Funny what me do me. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
My cousin is going, it's never too late to learn. It's not a bad idea. If I had the time and the resources, I'd be going to school too, but I have no idea what I would want to do at this point. And way too busy. Yep, I heard that. Yep. Well, you know, there have been a few people we haven't seen in a while. Hanama, Overseer, Penny, Trish, haven't seen you guys in a while. Hope you're doing well. And a shout out to Gareth. I saw Gareth a while ago, and he looks like he's doing well. Hope he watches the show every now and then. Thank you, Brody. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone
Thanks, guys.
who wasted your past hour and 6 minutes. Thank you. Great to see you again. Glad you had a good time enjoying the gym and culture. Yeah, the Scheiße, yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
video.
And we'll see you all next week. Until then, right?